Welcome back, another Sedlak Offroad School riding tip, and today we're gonna go over the fundamentals of how to jump a motocross bike, right? It's one of the most asked questions we get, not just online but also at our training camps. Everybody wants to jump, and today we're gonna show you how to do it properly. So today, to go over the 3 basic steps of how to jump a dirt bike, a motocross bike, we came to Pala, one of the jumpiest tracks out in Southern California, and the first thing we want to talk about is body position. It's really important that you're in the right body position, one when you're approaching the jump, when you're going up the jump, and then once you're in the air. You want to approach your jump, especially when you're new to jumping, standing up. Make sure you don't sit down so you don't get off balance. Standing up on the palms of your feet tight. If you're not sure what the exact position is that you're supposed to be standing in, make sure you watch our fundamentals video where we explain this body position. So you're heading towards your first jump, feet tight, you squeeze the bike in, hips go backwards, chest forward. As mentioned, you line up your chin with the crossbars and you focus ahead. It is really important that you look where you're going. You need to look at the jump phase. You need to make sure you see the ruts, kickers, all of that sort of stuff. So focus ahead on the jump. Don't look down. And then as you go up the jump, the bike will come towards you. So make sure in that moment that you're leaning into the bike. You don't lean back and ride the bike from back here, because that's how you lose the front end. It's gonna go really high. You're gonna lose control and get in trouble really quick. Step number 2, and that's also really important, is your throttle control. So as you're leaning forward with the bike coming up, you want to make sure you accelerate into the takeoff. One of the biggest mistakes we see in every training is people coming into a jump really fast and then chopping the throttle right as they take off. They get kicked sideways, they get kicked forward, and again, you end up being in trouble really quick. So you want to make sure you're standing up, leaning into the jump, and then the entire up ramp of the jump, you're accelerating up. That's where you accelerate for the jump. It's not about how fast you get to the jump. You need to accelerate going up to keep the bike steady, to keep it stable, and to keep the balance in the air. Step number 3, so now you just accelerated up the up ramp, you're in the air, and that is another question we get a lot. Once I'm in the air, what do I do? Do I get on the throttle? Do I let off? What's happening? Stay in that neutral position, chest forward, keep your bike tight and relax. So many riders, like once they get off the ground, they cramp up and the bike just kind of like tends to go sideways. Relax your upper body. If you have your bike tight, and again, watch the fundamentals video, if you grip the bike with your legs, you have it under control. So now relax, you can get off the gas while you're in the air, look ahead so you can see the landing coming, and it's really important that you look where you're going, you keeping it tight, you keep the bike tight, and then once you're ready to land, then you get back on the gas. And that's step number 4, right? Now you're landing. Again, you have the bike tight. Just before you touch the ground, you want to get on the gas so that when you land, the bike's accelerating, moving forward. So even if you land slightly sideways, the bike's not going to get out of control. It's going to drive forward and pull you out of trouble. The last 2 things I want to address is first, gear. You know, what gear should I jump in? And that obviously depends a little bit on the jump. You want to make sure the bike's not fully revving out, so you're driving forward. You want to be in the power band. For most jumps, that is either 3rd or 4th gear, somewhere around there, because mostly you get a decent run up. So 3rd or 4th in the power band, so you're not revving up before you take off. Last but not least, find yourself a small jump. If you're new to jumping, you might have to go off the main track, right? Don't try to jump the track that you're always riding. There's always small tabletops on like kids tracks and all of that sort of stuff. get a feel for what the bike is doing when you're standing up, when you're accelerating up the up ramp, when the wheels are coming off the ground. Feel it on a small jump that doesn't have any big consequences when you come up short or make a mistake. So that is it. That is how you jump your motocross bike, enduro bike, dual sport bike. That is how you jump any bike, right? The technique is always the same no matter what you're riding. And we're happy we finally got it done. A lot of you guys have been asking for a jumping video, and here it is. So I hope you guys like it. Let us know how it goes once you go out to the track. Let us know if you have any questions. Just send us an email. We're always there to help. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in next week's riding tip.